StarLadder Berlin Major continues. I am Machine, he's Henry, and we are going to be bringing you all of the action between Vitality and HellRaisers. Map 2 is Inferno. We've already seen a fantastic recovery from the French squad that has looked a little wobbly since they arrived here in Berlin.
Wibbly wobbly.
Wibbly wobbly?
Yeah, we've got Mirage coming up now, and this is the pick of Vitality. And if their performance on this map throughout this tournament is anything to go by, the 15-0 they had earlier on, and what we've just seen there, all signs point to a 2-0 at this point. But Oscar did look very good, and this is one of his home maps as an individual. He is the sort of player that can carry these sort of performances, especially on an open battlefield like Mirage. But the problem is ZywOo doesn't seem to be slowing down any rate soon, because he just dropped 30 frags within 21 rounds, and as you can see, this is the map Mirage will be playing next. You can see a sea of green for Vitality against big names as well.
Yeah, it's not indicative of a close game when you look at this particular graphic.
Yes.
Just because HellRaisers, and I will admit this, their stats don't encourage any sort of favorite. I mean, they're always going to be coming in as the underdog. Angel acknowledged that in his interview.
Yeah.
We actually had a kind of a head-to-head between Angel and NBK to set the scene for this series, and I think both teams feeling the pressure. HellRaisers, however, made it clear, or Angel made it clear, that he doesn't feel any of it. NBK, full of it.
I think that was just more fighting talk at that stage. It seemed like that interview got out of hand very quickly.
Yeah, I'll stop referencing it. So
yeah,
we don't have to think
not
about
much information was gathered apart from them just having a bit of fun, a bit of banter. But yeah, it kind of, the point still stands it. HellRaisers have nothing to lose. Vitality are considered to be a 3-0 team in this sort of territory. You know, this is the sort of team, like I had them down in my pick as 3-0. Like that was my first. I was like, that's a safe one.
Yeah, okay.
That'll be no problem.
Well, some of these are hard, but Vitality 3-0.
Just put that in first, and I'll think about the rest later.
But perhaps if that's everyone's mindset, I would assume that it's probably shared by some of the players of Vitality, and if that's your expectation and then things start going wrong, things start going awry, you're caught off guard by teams you weren't ready for.
Well, at the end of the day, as long as you make it through,
precisely,
that's all that really matters. It doesn't matter how you get there. As long as you get through this, you probably learn a thing or two on the way, to be honest, and you can patch those holes as you go. They will get to play tomorrow. They're not through to the next stage to win this. We're just joining us. It's actually going to be 2-2 if Vitality win on this map. They have to win first, obviously. It's not a lock-in by any stretch. They're going to be starting on the T side, considering this is their map. And we're going to have a look at the bites as they come through. Map number 2 starting right here, right now. And we'll see 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, no upgraded pistols. RPK keeping $800, Alex.
Damn, okay. We've seen a couple of these. I think actually Shocks was the most recent one to my memory. See how that comes back to play outside with charging through underpass, looking to get somewhat of a surprising presence towards that connector. Nuki eyes on ramp. That's 1 flash. There's a second from Apex as well. Angel's putting in a couple of bullets and actually converts onto RPK. Alex, in the meantime, does avenge his fallen comrade. Oscar shuts down ZywOo in window. Nice and quick up. This is going back and forth. Look at this. Nuki's shut down on CT. They could push forward for that. They will. That's the second flash from Apex to enable that to happen. Alex now backing away towards connector. Yeah. He doesn't need to combat just yet.
That's good footwork from Alex there. He's applied a lot of pressure to Oscar. They have to really focus on him now. Lau doesn't stand a chance here. Nice victory for Vitality. The scoreboard a little bit wrong there. We'll sort that out. And we get into the second round here. Now, before, we did see the force buy from HellRaisers in the second round, and Vitality were able to fend that off, but NBK getting it done. It was Nuki, who was low HP in spawn already. He gets dropped, and there we have it. Will there be the force in the second? It doesn't look like it. It's not the same map as Inferno. It's very viable on Inferno for sure, because you can buy those 5 smokes we talked about before. Mirage, you could get like a deagle, some armor, maybe a smoke, and you can't really operate in the same manner. It doesn't have the same tight choke points as Inferno. So we'll see. Vitality presumably get a free run of this.
Yeah, one would assume so. I think this is more of a question of just trying to get that money in the right-hand side. Get that Alex with that SMG, ZywOo with the UMP. And armored USPs are a delicacy for the SMGs of the world. But yeah, just a reminder, just to not confuse anything, you will see HellRaisers on the left-hand side of your screen. And Vitality on the right. Towards connector they go.
It is quite confusing.
It's actually blowing my mind. I'm embarrassed to say how much this is confusing me, but still, let's go. Nice little smoke towards jungle to enable them to safely cross and find these frags. Oscar's already exposed himself and gone. There's more there, though. 1 towards the corner. Lau will be sniffed out by NBK as he emerges from Palace a little late. Just Angel then towards jungle. They'll be closing that one out nicely. Not a body dropped. Good kill distribution. Alex finishes it off nicely.
Well, there we have it. Nothing really to report.
No sweat.
Yeah.
No worries.
Second round nonsense here. All good. We'll get into round number 3. This is where the action starts. Oscar, Glass Cannon Orb can afford it on the nose. He had exactly enough money. So there we go.
He's broken the bank.
The one-man army when he gets going with that weapon. Problem is he's very vulnerable to MAC-10s and UMPs. That's exactly what's coming out in round 3 here. He can't necessarily push middle or go for a massive opening pick. We'll see where he positions himself.
Oscar. Off to window.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Smoked out though. Doesn't necessarily want to fire off a bullet randomly. Might as well have the element of surprise. They're going for a B play here. Flashes over. Lyle might be in trouble as he scuttles towards the bomb site. Angel to pick up the pieces, only good for 1. Angel's still alive, however, but
that's big.
That is a massive shot from MBK.
Shuts down Angel before that can go awry. Issa actually quick to respond as he catches Alex late towards Connector. Oscar makes his presence known, firing off shots from the kitchen. He does have the support of 1 member, make it 2. Nuki and Issa arriving as well. They only have 1 smoke between them, no kit. Perhaps one available to be scooped up from the opening 2 frags that Vitality managed to pick up, but it's not looking great for them.
They've got another Molotov there. That goes down. They've got to save now, Alex. They've got to. You've got no kit, boys. Yeah, good call.
That was all it took, a bottle of flame.
Yeah.
And they do choose to back it up.
That's fine, though. Early days here, but there's no point throwing money away, right? Especially when that second Molotov comes down, you're absolutely done for. You can't all jump out the window of no kit and expect not to lose a couple of members there. You might as well hold on to the AWP. Oscar can get armor next round. But 3 players survive for Vitality. Looking very comfortable here. It's a good call. Straight in towards B. Only lost 1 frag there. Lau unable to trade with Angel. Only gets the 1 kill. MBK with some stunning shots there from the B apartments. He's very well versed with this Krieg. You can see it right now how good he is with the weapon.
Look at that.
Lovely shot in the second.
Pinpoint precise with the spray. Players have definitely been on the grind with the Krieg. You're seeing newer names, not necessarily MBK, but plenty of players who have been later to adopt the Krieg. I think practice, that player break has certainly led a couple more players into to integrating that weapon into their wheelhouse. And so round 4, map 2, last game of the day here on the B stream. Good connection from Oscar. RPK is willing to take that fight, but he was not ready for 2. Great work from Apex to position himself accordingly. It's a good way to draw CTs towards B. Vitality, they can go on a little bit of a Sherlock Holmes investigation towards A. There's 2 of them there. Bomb towards T-spawn. Apex's frag did draw 2 members over. That orb is such a juicy temptation.
Yeah.
Could you jump and eat it?
No, you could not. It would have to be a commitment on the van, and that's why they haven't been able to get it yet. They have no idea if it's bait. There's someone watching it. They've recovered it now. Angel will grab it. Throws caution to the wind as gets up there. 4 on 4 for now. Orb is transitioning across. The game leader going through CD spawn right now. Smokes towards the steps and jungle position. There's normally a gap of this smoke. You can see that evident now on Nuki's screen.
Very minimal, but he's managed to find it all the same. Flash will force him into the stairs as the bomb is planted. It's planted for a fantastic angle from ramp. That's exactly where they go, 2 of them. Very fast. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they considered pushing around towards connector. Hasn't been the case just yet. Instead, they hold the line, using that utility as best they can.
It's a really nice smoke. Takes away the steps position completely. Alex is tagged up. Angel wants to deliver the damage, and even more so now, but he is traded out. Lovely work here from Vitality. This looks to be a 4-0, and we're certainly now Issat, the only one that can stop them. Not really fancying his chances here, still with 3 kills to find. He gets another, but it's all in vain. He'll have to save the weapon at this stage. Looking to stay around with the explosion so he can recover maybe a better weapon than the M4A4. He survives, and in he goes. Will he be able to find anything else? Hopefully an AK-47 at the very least. And he does not yet. He just survives at this one, but Blau saves the AWP. Oscar will be given that, of course. You need him to start stepping up. He gets the opening pick, but the trade from Apex was pretty devastating, really, because he comes out, swings, and drops the AWP before he can even reposition. Zywo now has a sniper as well, who's yet to frag. Just to note that, 4-0 up, Zywo hasn't killed a single thing.
My goodness. Rarity for him, especially after the crazy amount of momentum he picked up on the first map, Inferno. Plenty of time, though, for that beast to awake. Speaking of, look at that. Charging, catches the nade right at his toes. Great throw coming in from the B defense. Shadow does sell NBK down the river, but he doesn't have to pay a single point of health for it.
going to be another B play by the looks of things. We've got 3 towards the Bartmans right now. You can see that's going to be Zywoo, RPK, and the bomb, Alex. As they wait for a bit more information there, Angel getting himself towards CPL. So going to be backing away from the B bomb side. We do have MBK still at the A ramp. A split could be on the cards here. Plenty of time remaining. In terms of utility, looking pretty good on both sides. You can see the CT still with 2 smokes, plethora of flashbangs.
Angels and Ladder could get the line as they walk out underpass. He's certainly going to have the sound cues if they start to step. He's hearing it. He'll make the call to his team as the smoke does arrive. They're on the hunt for Angel, but he's just playing this one passive. And they're on their way. Still, no bodies dropped. 37 seconds, and that pressure is starting to mount now for the French side. Angel being pressured by Alex, wins that fight. That's big for the French. Not looking to push in any further. Back turned, and Lau does punish. He's looking for a second, can't double up. Nice work from NBK. But 24 seconds, that bomb still yet to go down. NBK's smoke will help him, especially when he finds that frag. Nuki, he had a chance to really throw a spanner in the works there, but it's pulled from him. And Vitality, they continue their unbroken streak. Zywoo confirms it. That will be 5-0 in favor of Vitality. We talked about their run, stringing together. I think it was 15 rounds, wasn't it? Well, excuse me, that's an exaggeration. 13 rounds in a row on Inferno. Well, so far so good for them. 5-0.
Absolutely true. Well, maximum loss bonus, of course. That was ringing true in the last round. Nuki actually 0-4. Zywoo gets his first of the game so far. RPK yet the frag. So the heroes of the last map just taking a bit of a break here.
Alex has chosen to buy the Mac 10 when he's sitting on 6 Gs.
But look at the helmet situation with the CTs. It's actually a great call. He can actually go and cause devastating amount of damage. Won't cost him much. Well, he's gone now, so I won't even continue that.
Never mind. We'll just come back to that conversation on another day. He was trying to feign some presence B, and it certainly worked.
Exactly. So it's not the end of the world. Like, he's still cool that they've got guns. He hasn't given anything away necessarily, and they can still bring this one back. There's a nice opening pick from Apex.
Yeah, it's nice just to not lose an AK in that rather vain pursuit. Zywoo. Wow, what the hell is this?
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Isso was given a freebie. Zywoo did not go down. Finally, you can see him firing off a shot. He actually just comes off the bomb in order to take it. RPK now will punch in the digits. There's 3 members remaining. Lau's already starting to scarp up. And this is, I mean, I don't want to say this is ugly Counter-Strike, but it does seem a little messy at
Vitality, like, they've got in that zone now where they're just hitting every single shot.
Yeah.
Their mistakes are being rewarded almost. Like, anything that's going wrong, they're making up for it. So Alex goes in towards B. So that didn't look like it did much. He goes down pretty quickly, but he'd already thrown his smoke and his flashing towards that position. He actually pulled Oscar away from the A side.
Right.
He'd rotated over. And the moment they do that, they don't even execute towards A. They just walked out, helped themselves to a couple of kills. At that stage, once you get that first kill, the recovery situation, trying to get through the murder hole, back towards jungle. They've smoked you off at that stage. Bombs going down. Issa could have saved the day there. He was in towards CD1. He, like you said, he had a free kill. He was looking at the head for, what, 2-3 seconds? Instead of just tapping away, he went for a long range, pretty much full commitment spray, standing up. He couldn't crouch there. And he gets punished for it. Like, he could have just taken the tap, but I couldn't tell you why he commits to a spray on that one.
And HellRaisers, they're not going to be able to have the full buy that so far hasn't managed to net them a frag. Instead, in somewhat of a dire strait. Tactical pause. It will be their first of this second map. 4 per map, including the overtimes.
So tactical pause. Desperate times here. Lau has the M4 so far, but the rest of his teammates can't really justify much of a purchase. We'll have Oscar that opening frag, but that's about all they got. As now pause comes in, and they're going to take a bit of a partial buy here. See if this is enough with Lau's M4. They've got 3 deagles and 1 5.7.
See how they choose to approach it then. Yet to frag is Nuki. RPK the same. In fact, he's been rather non-factor. He's only died twice as well. Looks like the French preparing themselves for an A-take. Zywoo towards Palace. Making no secret of that. You can hear the scoping, or you could. Yes, they're now gone. The call will have been made, though. You can see that there is eyes locked on that position. The CTs were starting to rotate in. Vitality making no secret of their presence here early on A. Knocking them out. Look at that. Smoke jungle, smoke connector. CT the only worry, but there's flames there too. Don't have the utility or the health or the weaponry to really want to challenge that one. It just looks so simple.
Yeah, they might as well save the armor at this point. They'll obviously hold up for any exit kills available, but why would anyone not exit through the A ramp? Why would you go hunting when you know they've got the Eagles? You've got the weapons to lose, and they've got everything to gain. 1M4. Lau will be saving that. You can see he's already turtled up in the B-bomb site. Apex is making sure that no one's coming in. Pretty nonsense towards the end of the explosion here. It's going to make sure it's absolutely under lock and key. And it looks like it's absolutely fine. Another round, 7 in a row on the T side of Mirage. First game was a lot of fun. HellRaisers looked very competitive for the first half at least.
Yeah.
They got 6 rounds that first half. We thought, okay, they're really onto something here. But then Vitality, this has just been the case ever since they broke that streak. And like you said, 13 rounds in a row. They seem to be carrying that over to Mirage here.
I want to check, actually. You know how it was against INTZ, I believe? Or
Yes,
yeah,
INTZ.
Vitality had a 15-0 half. Was that? Do
Yeah.
you know if that was on the T or the CT side? Can we do some investigative reporting here?
We definitely can. We didn't cast that one,
No,
so we'll
check
have to
it
have
out
a
for
look.
me.
I've got it right here. There you go. It was a 15-0 CT side for Vitality,
And
which makes sense.
yeah.
I was going to say, I didn't want to put myself out there, but that's Oscar. The linchpin of HellRaisers, the star player, removed very early on. Gone for a double AWP setup, however. He will have the follow-up sniper. It's waiting towards a connector. He's had a pretty rough game so far. Like we said, didn't really say his name a whole lot ever since Boxig left him.
I wonder what the record is for players surviving in a game of Counter-Strike, because MBK's yet to die, round 8.
That's a good point. Didn't notice that.
9-0.
He's hit some brilliant shots so far. RPK still 0 kills. Guess it doesn't matter too much. He's only died twice as well. Can only kill what's in front of you.
Henry G, 2019.
Exactly.
Put on a t-shirt, that one.
Out of context, it sounds weird.
It does. a little strange, perhaps. But so does 90% of the stuff that comes out of my mouth. So
True.
all good, bro. Let's see. Nuki's the one with the AWP this time. No stranger to it, but he's opting for an aggressive hold on A. It does enable his teammates to do something a little different. Is starting to cross in towards the site. He's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders at this point in time. Nuki's got ramp under lock and key. NBK's about to question it, though. Actually catches a glimpse of Nuki. You saw that there in the picture. Issa, though, finds the first. Playing around that triple box. Nuki does shut down MBK. This could be the first for HellRaisers. Should be, is the word I'm going to use, because now Apex 1 versus 3. He can't deal with Issa, and there it is. They finally find the first. It took him 8.
It did indeed. Started something great, hopefully, because HellRaisers are going to need to turn this half around. They can still come back and win it, but that seems unrealistic from what we've seen so far. They do recover the double AWP setup. Round number 9 coming in. Of course, there's plenty of money for Vitality here. It's really built up. And Apex has 10K going into this one. RPK has 8,000 residuals, so plenty of money available to them. Zyro back on the AWP. Double AWP setup wasn't necessarily the solution, considering they lost Oscar so early on, but it's only worked out towards the end. Holding CT spawn, Apex, A ramp, dodging the flames right now, and Zywo will be checking this out. And you feel like Nuki's in trouble here. Zywo normally takes out most of these sort of kills, knows that there's a sniper in towards CT spawn.
Zywo's trying to hit the wall bang. It's a very hard shot to hit. Nuki staying nimble, keeping moving. Did get caught by a bullet, and Oscar a couple more himself. He'll be forced to watch then as round 9 continues to find its conclusion. RPK onto Nuki. CT now cleared out, and it's extended. Zywo aggressive AWPing. He was actually on the staircase looking towards the connector. The smoke will arrive after that frag, and so will the bomb. Planted now on towards A, just 2 remain, and it does look like Vitality have responded immediately to HellRaiser finding the first.
Angel to save the AWP. Lau with the M4. I believe that was the first frag for RPK as well, so he's happy with that one. They have to save the weapons again. Seems to be way too common in this second map. Alex on the hunt, and Lau seems to have heard him. Gonna get that kill, no problem. RPK probably trades this out, though. Not quite. Lau, not bad. His 4th kill. That's just to stay alive. He upgrades to the AK-47. Angel just behind him now as the T's continue to hunt. And actually being punished for it. 3 kills found, and they survive into the next. They've got plenty of money on the CT side of the maximum loss bonus and saving 2 weapons. So that's not going to be a problem, but the scoreline is 8-1 now on the T side of Mirage, the pick of Vitality. And remember, they 15-0'd INTZ on their CT side. So they're the whole package on this map.
It seems that way. Mirage. Remember that. As this Major continues. And we're off. Double AWPs, Oscar and Yuki. They're looking for an answer, and it's often, that double AWP is often seen as somewhat of a panic card, you know? It's like putting it out.
With this scoreline, yes.
This is like a +4 in Uno. Really can do damage with it. jumping.
Oh.
Oscar hits it. Perfect adjustment. Apex had landed that jump. His feet were back on the concrete. Didn't stop Oscar taking him down. That's exactly how you dream of a double AWP round to start. Oscar beheads one mid.
Yeah, with the wall bang as well. Looking for the jump shots, then didn't quite get there in time. He thought, you know what, I know exactly where you are. Takes him down anyway through the cardboard boxes. Smoke towards middle, maybe a B split on the cards here. Advantage for HellRaisers for now, but can they hold on to it? They currently have 3 players towards the A side of the map, and as we said, Vitality posturing outside the B bomb side. We have Lau actually in the apartments, baited in by the sniper. This is a bit of an old school setup. Can be very effective though, especially when your sniper starts hitting shots like that. It's unlikely that teams will even check this. Lau just taking the kills as they come. It's looking very good. Oh my goodness.
He doesn't. He changes out to the AK as he strafes out of the window. It's too much for him though. Oscar finds number 2 for HellRaisers, and a big part of that round, almost all of it, for locking down B. And HellRaisers look to fight on another day, just trying to stabilize after what has been an incredible run from Vitality on this T side. Great work from Oscar. That was in slow motion. It still looks quick.
Yeah.
A powerful position. You can hold short while covered from maps and a no-scope to finish it, no less.
Yeah, that's a spicy finish there. 2 rounds now for HellRaisers. Still need to build up some cash here. Vitality still look very dangerous, boosting across. Normally that's such a difficult shot because you only see the head as it goes by, but boosting up makes a lot of sense.
Cool idea.
And they're actually going to maybe flash over this one. We'll see if the CDs want to go any further. That is a viable approach for detecting maybe an execution towards the A bomb site. We haven't really seen that from Vitality. You haven't seen the classic like wall of smoke lineups. Yeah, they've done just a lot of slow defaults and contact plays.
Yeah, the jungle
when they get the pick,
smokes
they'll throw a couple of basic smokes down, but they don't do any telegraph set pieces as of yet.
I think a distinct lack of that across the board so far. Counter-Strike is always evolving. Oh, okay. Looks like we're going to be having the reset. I think we lost Issa. We did, but I don't think any damage was done.
Yeah, so no
All
bullets
good.
even fired there,
Yeah.
so I think it was fine.
Just go straight back into it.
Technical pause there. I think there's one player dropped out, so we can match medic the round, meaning everything goes back to the start. And as long as no bullets are exchanged, it's fine. It doesn't matter. So we'll go back to the 8-2 scoreline. Remember, that's a double op setup on the HellRaisers side. Vitality, plenty of cash though. Going to this round, MPK at $11,000, so a couple more required to break them down if they can do it. But HellRaisers looking a little bit ropey here on Mirage. Remember, we saw the stats coming into this one. They played it 3 times in the last 3 months. I think they won 2 of those, but it's not a map they necessarily play too often. We don't have a huge sample size for HellRaisers. It's a new lineup for them. And got an exciting lineup on paper, but it takes time to be able to beat top teams like Vitality. If Inferno didn't work out for them, I even said it coming into this one. Overpass, the fact that's at the very end as well. This map pool is almost idyllic for Vitality. There's no wild cards being thrown in there. HellRaisers haven't really tried to go against the grain. You'd be thinking they'd be trying to force them onto something a little bit crazier in that aspect, but here they are on the home turf of Vitality, already a map down, and 8-2 on their CT side. So we're good to get back into the action here.
Yeah, we are going to be reloading straight back in. Same buys across the board. One would hope. So HellRaisers, they've finally found a recipe for success. It was the double AWPs, admittedly. I say double AWPs. Oscar, a 4K with his, enabled them to find their second round, but bringing it out again. Round 11, map 2. Last series of day 3 here on the secondary stream. RPK's got quite the spawn. What does he choose to do with it? Towards B he goes. Sending the Star Orper towards the top of middle. Oscar's there. It's unlikely they're going to meet though. That smoke's there. Molotov behind the boxes. Should just keep them at bay. 3 CTs leaning towards an aggressive ramp hold. It is very much a rinse and repeat of how they planned to approach this round.
Yeah, makes sense. Coming to the closing rounds now, the first half, round 11. MBK, this is what I'm talking about. There are lots of contact plays, and this happy just walk out there. It can catch teams by surprise. This time, Angel ready and waiting, and luckily he's got the AK-47 as well. He's able to react quickly, take MBK down. Opening kill goes in favor of HellRaisers. Smokes will be deployed towards B just to shut RBK out of the equation as well. He's 1 in 5 right now. We'll see now. Lau back in position towards the apartments. He has got Oscar behind him once again. Boosted one player up and towards window. That's going to be Alex. Wants to hold this now until the smoke dissipates, and at that point he can work out what information he can get here. His teammate's going to rotate all the way through T-spawn. Now this is where they can not necessarily bring a set piece. They want to maybe smoke off CT spawn. Allow ZywOo to see if he can work the pick. They might even smoke it at all, just allow him just to work at the sniper. Ideally, he doesn't want the bomb here. But for now, just going to challenge CT spawn.
With the loss of NBK, starting to run out of time. Nuki waits the extra second as the flash does land, pulls the trigger. That's great. Finally, Vitality do find the first. It was Alex and Nuki. Look at this. Great positioning from him. We talked about the secondary AWPs. Well, Nuki's proving it all the more valuable as Oscar gets himself a double as well. A two-pair for both the AWPs as they find the third here on the closing stages of our second map's first half.
Absolutely true. Vitality with one more buy left, and we might see a tactical timeout here. I think we have, presumably called by the French, and indeed it is their first of the game so far. They were cruising before. Now HellRaisers is starting to wake up. They've won 3 of the last 4 rounds.
Is that the tree of Gondor on his forearm?
Sorry, what?
Sorry, that's a Lord of the Rings thing.
Okay.
I know you don't do
Not
any
my
of those
thing.
wizards and fairies,
More
do
of
you?
a Harry Potter guy, not allowed to.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It sounds like the kind of thing he likes, to be honest.
Gondor.
I know he loves all that stuff.
It is. Wow, cool,
Yeah.
dude. In J.R.R. Tolkien's high fantasy universe of Middle-earth, the White Tree of Gondor stood as a symbol of the Court of the Fountain in Minas Tirith.
Wow.
There you go.
Behind the ink, the machine.
Behind the ink with machine. I start a series, maybe.
Yeah.
Great work from Oscar, replicating the successes of Nuki, who really did single-handedly secure that round, finding the 2 on the way into the late A take. Vitality now.
Ooh, what has happened there?
Lost 2 rounds back to back.
A lot of damage.
He did, damn. Down to 17 early. It's towards A. He's actually backed up.
I think ZywOo went to the A ramp at the start and caught him in the leg as he crossed over towards the steps. That's all I can work it out. ZywOo was transitioning after that damage was done. Well, there he is. It's going to be a slight advantage. Oscar is such a beast in these B apartments, T side and CT. Starting to get going now. Seeing some of that flare come through, those quick scopes, sometimes a no scope. Such a fantastic player.
Quite the spread from the French. I mean, this is a default by all definitions, apart from Alex. Look at this. He's managed to get right up into connector. Likely just going to want to dig his heels in there and hope for an opportunity to catch the CTs off guard. NBK's late arrival into apartments does catch off Angel. Slow and steady. Look at this divide. The bomb's actually towards B. Oscar poised to deal damage on this one. Issa and Nuki having no trouble dealing with the A players, and now in towards B they go. Good poise from Oscar to find one, but the Molotov, that's not going to be anything for RPK to worry about. Instead, it's ZywOo who has to save the day. Thrown into a 1v3 with 30 seconds. Lau is going to be the first challenge for him. They're starting to close that gap. Lau smart to exude some patience here. Draw him out with a fake and does so. Doesn't connect the shot, and that's perfect. Another for HellRaisers. And they're going to be keeping this one nice and steady. 8-4.
There it is. We got
Epics.gg, of course, the official trading partner of the Major. You can own a piece of esports history. The 2019 cards with Epics. They have all of the cards from your favorite CSGO stars. The chance to win signed jerseys, merchandise, and CSGO skins. For a chance to win Get Right's very own game-used skin, make sure you sign up today at epics.gg or download the app.
And all that stuff.
On all that stuff. Good nade from Oscar. Actually could be timed to perfection. Does do a significant amount of damage to Alex and ZywOo. And another one to finish the job, perhaps. No, this time it lands in the pocket of RPK.
That's not what you want.
HellRaisers have really managed to make a game out of this half. It was such a stomp to start things off. But this resistance, nice work from Oscar, just making sure that this round isn't too much of a threat. Wow, he's on for the ace. No worries, a shooting gallery for him up against the unarmored pistols. It's not often you see an AWP thrive in rounds like that. They're so mobile, so dynamic, and he does hit the ace. Nice work from Oscar, locking him down on short. That's an important one, finds them 5.
That is a very good point. Yeah, they have turned this around. That's so many rounds in a row now. Oscar, I said he's starting to get warmed up, and he just drops an ace on them. Lovely work here. Didn't miss a single bullet, I think. Every shot connects, and backing up Lau there as well. He's like, I'll just kill everyone, guys. Don't worry about it. I've got you all covered.
From 11 to 16.
Yeah.
Climbing the scoreboard. And climbing towards a chance for some resistance here on Mirage. It's round 14. Vitality picked up the first after a sensational string of rounds. 13 rounds in a row for the Frenchman to get them the first in this best of 3. Loser of this one eliminated from the major. It's cutthroat. Every round matters. NBK pushing up, hoping to catch some CT aggression. I quite like the setup actually between Lau and Nuki. What do you make of this one? Aggressive for one, enables Lau to hold Palace from the box.
Yeah, they've got Angel backing them up from CT spawn as well. They've loved playing in front of this A round, but this time it doesn't work out for them. Nuki usually in towards CT spawn, this time punished, and Lau needs to be very aware of the A ramp. They could come up behind him. He did say Angel's there to back him up, but he's on the bomb site right at this point. The smokes we saw before will be deployed. You can see slightly more methodical game coming in from Vitality now, back to regular
Broadcasting.
Yeah, broadcast, yeah, absolutely. Lau will fight back, and it's a 3 versus 3, jumps into the flame, but just as they go down, so he was fine in that respect. Flashbang towards CD spawn. Oscar with the AWP. If he's alive and kicking, they can bring this one back.
Yeah, Issa's found the equalizer, but it's cost him his life. He's overextended by the bench, gets caught. Now Oscar thrown into a 1v2. It's not impossible, certainly not when Oscar's in the server, and a tag! Down to 1!
What?
Apex is the guy to take him. He's just got a fraction of HP left. It's enough to secure the 9th for Vitality. The last round coming in now for pursuit of double digits. Looking for that 10th. Damn, let's see that from Apex's POV. That staircase potentially saving Vitality. It's been a quiet one from RPK, 26 ADR. Same can be said for was one at the bottom of the scoreboard there. I imagine it was Nuki.
I guess the tank was drained of fuel in the first map.
Yeah, perhaps need to get some tank fuel.
Diesel, maybe?
Diesel, yeah. Tank fuel, I don't know.
Tank fuel.
Tank fuel. Maybe they use something else. Candy floss, I don't know. Nice work. Good flash from Issa enables NBK to be shut down. Oh my goodness, what was that? A sea of red. 3 members so damn low from HellRaisers, and now Vitality, well, they could be seeing red. They want to finish this one. Molotov will fade. I'm not sure how cognizant they are of the damage they've done. Nice connection from Alex. That's one. Nuki gone. 1 AWP. Or 1 less AWP to worry about.
Every member of Vitality are going in towards A. We have Apex with the Desert Eagle in towards the Palace. This is getting a little bit questionable now. Oscar's arrived at the scene of the crime, but he is removed in due time by Alex. It's going to be 4 versus 3 now. Angel and Issa. Remember, they got naded in towards that shadow position. They can't really challenge their teammates arrive here. Does Alex commit towards CD spawn? Will he actually check it? The flashbang. Oh my goodness, that's lovely. The flash from his teammate is just superb. And now it's going to be a 4 versus 1. It's the last round. No saving here, Alex. Lau, if he pulls this one off, I'll eat my proverbial hat.
Nice. Looks absolutely impossible. It's a firing range. There we go. Reaches its logical conclusion. So 10-5 on the half. Vitality, they do manage to find the double digits they were in pursuit of, and just 6 rounds away from keeping their head above water. A reminder, the loser of this one is eliminated. We'll find out if we see a third when we get back from our break. HellRaisers not having too much of a good time here on Mirage. It's our second map of an elimination series. Vitality here due to their shortcomings versus two CIS underdogs in Simon and Dream Eaters. And now the HellRaisers looking to get back into this game. Oscar, some incredible heroics to keep his team competitive. It was 10-5 half.
Just in the game at that point, because they're on the CT side, remember, and Vitality, as we mentioned, if you're just joining us, they played INTZ on this map yesterday and 15-0'd them on their CT side. So this scoreline does not bode well at all for HellRaisers as a map. They have not played a lot with this new lineup, and after getting wrecked on their pick, they did come back. They were 8-0 down. They got 5 rounds on the board, and that's great. Oscar hitting some amazing shots as well, but we need to see a lot more. One thing I will note as well, the fact that we said the win conditions going into this one was RPK and ZywOo. They have to be on. They have to be the star players here. In fact, in Mirage, they didn't actually have to perform that well at all. RPK 3-9, ZywOo 7-6. On a map like Mirage as well, an Orpa's playground, you'd think he'd be carrying the team and continuing that form. But he hasn't had to, which is, I point that out because it's good to see Vitality having such successful results, and I'm kind of bored of that narrative that people are just constantly putting out there. Like, the other guys do contribute in a massive manner as well. NBK, Alex, you can see they're playing assertive Counter-Strike at this point, and Alex, the in-game leader as well. He's kind of the puppet master of this whole operation. He's putting ZywOo in those correct positions. He's making sure he gets the most out of him. So it's definitely not as clean-cut as ZywOo, who's going to have to kill everyone for them to win.
Not a single drip of utility. 5 Kevlar vests and some aggression for the French pistol. Aggressive up mid, going to get that info early. In stark contrast, take a look at this one. Angel, he's going to have a smoke and a flash. The rest will burst out of Palace. This could be quite enthralling. 2 to receive, and here they go. Party started. Nuki leaps out towards it, but ZywOo, he's got 2 backs turned. It's hard shots to hit, and Nuki does respond before he can do anything from Ninja. RBK just the one. Issa towards CT. This is going to be a very difficult retake for Vitality's side, but NBK's found a way in. Takes CT. Oscar finds the head of RPK in response, though, and NBK immediately eliminated Oscar. He's putting the HellRaisers on his back as he's found himself another triple kill. Alex falling finally. 19-10 the scoreline for Oscar. Next highest, 8. Big performance coming out from him as he's trying to get his team back into this game.
Yeah, he's swinging for the fences, that's for sure. He gets 3 kills in the pistol. Allow him to bring out the AWP nice and early if he wishes. I'll have a look at his situation right now. Oscar will bring out the AK-47 for this round at least. As we head into round number 17, I don't expect a force buy from Vitality. It's not really required, especially on the CT side of Mirage. So full eco, they can spend $300 on a P250 for RPK. And we get into round 17 here. It should be a bit of a gimme for the HellRaisers. 5-man stack towards B.
So we just got his knife out, hoping someone jumps on top of his face. Alex should think before he speaks.
I mean, it's an image.
It certainly is. This gamble towards B, though, he's trying to catch him off guard, and at least the USP connects. That's something. That's not bad at all. Likely going to be all they get out of this one. Great work from Lau. $1,200 in his pocket after a couple of seconds of play. And that's the end of that one.
Not as scary as I thought it would be. They went into the 5-man B stack, but only lost 1 player, so that's absolutely fine. It will be 10-7, presumably is where Vitality will purchase into this. And they can't afford the AWP unless Alex wants to buy it exactly and have no armor or grenades for himself. Here are the frag leaders so far. You mentioned him, Oscar, 19 kills, 11 deaths, and MBK at the top for Vitality with 13 and 9. ADR 116 for the sniper. That's excellent. See if we can continue that as we get into the first gun round here. A couple of FAMASs to get the utility out on the CT side. It's overpass as the 3rd if required. Long way toward there, but they can pull this round off. They'll be 1 step closer as an eco for sure for Vitality if they let this one go.
HellRaisers, they presented themselves in preparation for some early mid-aggression. 2 players responsible for holding it as they have other 2 just poking and prodding slowly towards B. Yet to reveal themselves. NBK is just going to be jumping for info. Likely has a nade in his hand, a smoke perhaps, to deploy as soon as contact is found. Now utility starts to rain in towards B. NBK, he's not calling for help just yet. Still solo for now. Throws his nades, gets his utility used, and actually he's going to really need the help because they start to flood in. Through the smoke they go. He's flashed. He's in trouble. Nuki's already found one. Another. This time Angel. The B site under lock and key. I don't know if Vitality have got a way back into this one.
I think you might be right there. It's a nice fast-paced round to kick things off, and will be Issa to get the third kill and confirm the round. RPK and Zywoo will just have to hold on. Those are the players that haven't been performing, so you're almost certain that they're going to just hold on to their weapons. Great stuff, though, from HellRaisers. Not out of this just yet. Fighting with everything they've got. They will keep all 5 weapons up as well. So a Mac-10 Galil, and considering they know they're going to break the money going forward, that's absolutely fine. They can just build up their own reservoir of cash here, as Angel will be stealing away one of the rifles, making sure that they can't hold on to it. But he upgrades his Galil at the same time.
So HellRaisers, they got the pistol, converted, and that's the full 3.
That is. Possibly 4. So they get $2,900 per player here, and they could drop a FAMAS each on the CT side. I'd say to take the eco here. Take it on the chin. You can get some deagles.
You don't want this to spiral out of control, right?
Exactly. As soon as you start forcing into every situation like this, that's when things can go very wrong very quickly. So I'd recommend just holding on to what they got. RPK has a deagle in reserve. He can drop that for a teammate, which he does. He'll give that to Apex. We've got MBK, who gets himself a CZ and armor. Alex, similar story with P250. Spends just shy of $1,000.
They're doing it again.
Maximum loss bonus next round.
The HellRaisers B.
Why not? Get stuck in.
This is a quick one as well. MBK, he's fast to try and get a smoke down. I'm not sure how much it's going to help, though, because it just able to drop straight through. Nuki's back was turned. The CZ connects. Nuki wasn't ready for that. NBK's in trouble, as is Vitality. There's 3 still over towards the A site, and now everything starts to look a little too impossible. Those 2 saved weapons could meet a similar fate this round too. Well played by HellRaisers. It's an audacious call to hit B again, but no hesitation, no worries. That's a nice looking org skin.
I was about to say the same thing. I was like, that's a really nice one.
Mine's like a really ugly chameleon that's all scrappy and beaten up.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You know, they say you can tell a lot about someone from their skins.
We are going to see Apex being dropped there. And like you mentioned, the B rush working out. There's a couple of flashbangs. MBK was there. He gets 1 CZ kill, but the only player in position. That's all he can find. And HellRaisers extending their run here in the second half. Is all of a sudden starts to look quite possible. Vitality yet to post a single round here.
I'll agree with you when the full scary buy is out.
Yeah, of course. This will be this round. So we're going to see Orps for sure. And Zai will be dropping an M4. He'll buy up the AWP himself. Could go for double Orps out of themselves, considering how badly things have gone so far in the second half. See if that comes in. So there's the drop from Zywoo.
A great way to close the gap. Win that pistol. 3 after the back of that one. Now Vitality pull out the AWP and all of the bells and whistles. Let's see how far it gets them. 2 kits for them, distributed to RPK and NBK respectively. K stands for kit, clearly.
It must do. What's the play here then from HellRaisers? They're going to send 3 towards the A side of the map with the bomb, just to note. And they're going to drop maybe a couple of fake smokes out here, because this doesn't look convincing enough. In fact, you've got 2 players waiting to be apartments. They might be thinking about going back. We'll see. They're certainly not committing off those initial smokes. Zywoo holding towards connector. Waiting for reactions in towards the apartments is Angel. Same story for Oscar at top of middle. He's got the AK this time, just trying to build up that cash as much as he can. Everything's working out for them so far. Apex will just be holding the smoke. As soon as he detects any further threats, that's when he'll deploy it towards the A ramp. 4 players outside A now.
Not quite as quick as the round prior, quite the contrary. Apex's smoke could slow them down. I think as soon as he hears that T utility landing, that's going to be his opportunity to respond. Actually, Zywoo was considering playing ahead of that smoke. Not doing it just yet, and so the commitment's there. That's the Molotov that will dissuade, and he pushes through that smoke. Nice work from Apex. He could even get out of this one. The flash was there from Zywoo. Yet to cross to the site. It's going to be Lal first to try, and the guys of the smoke will enable him to have some freedom there for now. The bomb's still locked in Palace, and actually the bomb's now locked onto the site. It fell out of Lal's grasp. A boost as well. Zywoo's hitting everything on the cross. Where's the smoke? There isn't one. Oscar and Issa, there's a couple of flashes. You might want to try and flash off the AWP, but the boost is there as well. They are locked in. Oh, and Zywoo's continuing. He adds another one to his kill total. 3 in this round. It's a double from Issa. Won't find the third, won't find the plant. And Vitality will find their first CT round. It took them 5 chances. They do it with the big full investment.
That's what we'd call the double pump from HellRaisers there. Those smokes initially, the two towards the steps and jungle position, designed to bait out utility from the CT side. See if you can get them to throw their smokes and incendiaries in return, get a bit of panic going on. But like you mentioned, it was Apex that opened things up there. He got flashed in by ZywOo, gets a really nice frag, clean kill, falls back, and then it buys enough time for ZywOo to transition over towards that jungle position, and he didn't really miss much. As soon as those smokes went down, he had a player essentially AFK in towards Shadow, didn't realize he was exposed at that point, I don't think, as ZywOo puts out the Molotov towards Connector now. Looking for anyone crossing over. This won't be a B rush, but there's certainly presence towards that side of the map. To RPK. We said quiet game from him so far, just jumping for information. Loses most of that now with the smoke down. He calls for Alex to come join him in the B side. He already has MBK towards short, but they're detecting a B threat here.
Starting to return to a 40-second mark about to be reached, and for now, just starting to lock off some of the visibility the CTs have. Makes one position clear, NBK's Molotov. They'll have the call for short. 30 seconds, time will become a factor now. NBK evades the first, not the second. That's a perfect execution from HellRaisers. That's going to start perhaps getting the CTs a little paranoid, but Apex, he's had the sound cues. He can hear Issa, but he can't kill him. Nice work. Sends from Palace with a perfect frag, and this should be the 10th for HellRaisers. What can you do? Oh, I thought it was on the bomb.
Yeah, me too.
Issa goes down close. And now another one. RPK has managed to make something rather doable now. ZywOo catching one through the smoke. RPK, he's got no health though. Does have the kid alongside ZywOo, so they have got a shot at this one. As already, Lau manages to catch him in the advance. Oscar finds the 10th then for HellRaisers. And now, I'm going to start doubting what Vitality can bring to the CT side. You've been saying it since we arrived on Mirage, that they have, of course, had an incredible performance at this very event yesterday on this side. They, of course, being Vitality.
I don't know how he hits that shot. I thought it was their bomb planter as well. I thought that's turned around on his head. There was like 5 seconds on the clock when they were planting there. That could have been everything. Round 22, tactical timeout for Vitality, starting to drop off now. They had the high-flying start. They were looking fantastic. They were 8-0 up. And now, 11-10, still in the lead, but that's starting to slip away.
We'll see for how long.
Yeah, well, they still have cash there. They've got $6,000 in RPK. Still need to break double digits, but we'll see what's brought to the table here. There's the AWP being distributed out. They're going for a double AWP setup. I think that's the right call here. Not much else seems to be working for them. Getting through the one round they want by the skin of their teeth. RPK has a FAMAS. They have no kits. MBK is glass cannon. And it looks to be a faster B approach once again.
It's worked for them before. Yuki will be lining out the smoke. MBK is taking the AWP over here, and he's actually going to be forced off by the molly.
They're setting up for a B execution there. They're
flying. They're all in the sky. RPK and NBK, both close quarters. That's not where you want the AWP to deal with this. Lau's already out on the site. RPK does manage to keep an eye on it. NBK is the one to shut him down. A double before he's met by Issa. A double kill, now the B site open. That Molotov's going to arrive just in the nick of time. ZywOo can't peek anymore. It was deep enough to stop that line being held. And just like that, it looks like HellRaisers have found the equalizer. The B site, perhaps somewhat of a weakness for the French.
It seems like it, doesn't it? And that force buy with the AWP meant MBK had no armor, but he's still got 2 frags there. But Issa, lovely sequence. He jumps out, manages to get 2 of them in the back, essentially, as they just weren't ready for it. It was a nice little play there. HellRaisers managed to take vision away and suggest they're rushing B. Got everyone panicking, everyone in awkward positions. You can see MBK and RBK were both in the van with an AWP. They had the knife out, get out of there. They did well to even get 2 frags. They were caught with their trousers down at that stage. And Apex will have to save the M4. They, of course, have that maximum loss bonus, but they've got the AWP, so they could buy everything this next round, but now it's getting a little bit worrying for them. You can see ZywOo can drop a weapon, Apex could as well, but it means they're going to be so weak in terms of utility. We'll see whether that's going to be the play here, or they'll take another partial buy. It's not do or die just yet. They are on the CT side.
See that
it's
again.
One of these shots from MBK. I don't know how he got the second one. Well, I guess I'll never know. I was like, I wonder how he did that.
Oh, I'm really excited to see how that second one shapes up. The guy, it must have been that guy you saw there in the top left towards out. A quick flick, perhaps.
I just couldn't believe he got the first, and I was like,
No.
how did he recover from that?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And you never will.
So yeah, it is a partial buy. I was worried they were going to fully invest in this. This is the shot I was talking about before. Oscar, so good in these B apartments with the AWP. This one doesn't connect, but Zywoo, he fancies to go again.
He's ready for that, but Oscar, he was only there to show face because immediately turns tail.
Yeah.
Bit of a slow one. Issa will be down towards underpass. It looks like Vitality have looked to find a different answer for B, and the answer was put the AWP there. Admittedly, could be influenced by the buy, this half-buy approach with the saved weapons for Zywoo. They're going to push through that or not. Lau's at least trying to put that threat into them. Great shot from NBK, does give them the numbers advantage. They still don't have the weapons advantage, but that's not stopping Zywoo. Great work with that saved AWP. Now Nuki's in trouble. Alex, he has a close fight with the SMG. It's a dream scenario now starting to unfold. Just Oscar and Issa remain for HellRaisers.
Oh, yeah, you say just, but it is Oscar. And he's starting to get warmed up here. Lovely shot. You can see the presence of mind now. He's waiting for opportunities. His teammate coming in towards A. That's going to be Issa looking to flash out Apex here. Oscar misses the initial shot. It looks like the round is done. The bomb will be found. And with the partial buy, Vitality take the lead once again. They needed a round like that, Alex. They needed something to go in their favor. And finally, they will post their second round here on the CT side. You get the coach getting fired up behind them.
Finish it here. He doesn't want to have to be doing another team talk, talking about overpass. That's his thought process right now.
Yeah, I think he might be right.
NBK, perhaps inspired by his previous success without armor. Now he's got the whole spiel.
Well, this is now they've actually got the full buy they want. The double AWP setup, no compromises. They have all the grenades, defuse kits. Should be absolutely fine. We will find out as Zywoo is going to be compromised here, but why do I ever doubt him? Even when he was exposed, it looked like he was out. He's going to be killing absolutely everyone, not the three-piece.
He wouldn't find a tip
that.
of Oscar's head. He has a shot at it. It would have been absolutely unreal. Issa walks out ramp and finds Apex. That's a way in for HellRaisers.
He was very quiet in the first map. Issa's looked fantastic, especially in the second half. And wow, that isn't bad either. Back to a 3-on-3.
I mean, not bad, sure, from Lau. RPK, that's not great. He had the head in his crosshairs, just couldn't quite find the bullets instead. Get caught off with the crouch into the box.
Needs some more tank fuel, I'd say.
Tank fuel. I am so stupid. Why do I exist? Alex, in the meantime, tucks himself into the corner. Where's the bomb? It's on the back of Oscar. Towards the B apps. This is given the freedom of middle. The CTs aren't going to be contesting that. Instead, a 2-1 split. 2 AWPs in play, I'll remind you. If that bomb goes down, any sort of retake gets super awkward, and Alex on an investigation.
It's giving me sweaty palms, this play.
He's going to find him. Oh, it's a hard shot to hit. Lau, he pays somewhat of a price, but gets the frag. That's his second in this round. And the Molotov from Zywoo could not have been better. Finishes off what Alex's bullets started. Now, with 3 frags already, Zywoo just walks straight into the line of sight of Issa. Makes things awkward for NBK, but Issa, if he falls here now, suddenly a 1 versus 1. The natural-born killer's got to find one more. 20 seconds. If he sees nothing in those apps, he's going to piece it together. He does have an opportunity to have that line of sight, but Oscar's going to be aware of it. Can plant safe.
So
that's exactly what he'll do.
This will give up Oscar's position. NBK, actually the right bomb site here as well. He hits it. That's absolutely massive. This is a big round. This is a swing round. I mean, the money was actually relatively low for HellRaisers going into this one. They just lost around 2 rounds ago as well. And it looks like overall they do have enough for a buy. I say that. We have got Angel on 2,700, Oscar 36. They might have to take an eco here. Vitality go for the knockout blow. They're going to purchase up regardless, Alex. This is legit do or die time now. You'll be 14-11 down, and you're going to have to buy with not a lot. So what have they got overall? So it's a deagle for Angel. You can see they've taken a hit with the grenades, but it's actually not too bad overall. I guess the only exceptions is Oscar and Issa don't have helmets against those M4s, makes them extremely vulnerable. But they've got to start believing now. Oscar's what, at 23 kills? He can make this work. It's enough.
Yeah, we've seen it before. And so let's see how the opening plays transpire. Smoke wall plume on stairs. Is that indicative of trying to draw out that CT utility? There's still buckets of it. Just a smoke in response, or I think it was actually a Molotov now just depleting on the ramp. So Angel's going to try and sell something here on B. Snake oil, because they're off to A.
Exactly that. He'll just try and throw a smoke now just to keep these guys entertained while his teammates get 3 players toward the Palace. That's where the bomb resides as well. It's on the back of Nuki at this stage. Do they have anything there? They've got a couple of flashes, Alex. That's it. They didn't have to flash out an Apex. He's in a prime spot to shut this down.
This could go terribly for the HellRaisers, and it's a double kill from Apex, finally traded. The bomb's loose. They know exactly where this bomb's going to be going. I'm not sure, though, if Oscar can stay there much longer. No, can't find the line towards CT because the flames force him off. Alex will establish a crossfire, trying to keep Zywoo's push safe. In the meantime, Oscar goes hunting. Bomb recovered, site taken. Bomb potentially planted. I don't think Zywoo wants to contest. Instead, they wait to play for the retake. And just like that, he catches Angel on the way to ramp. Lau up on the box. He's got to find more than one, and it's not enough. Nice work from Vitality. That's 14, and that is going to make things incredibly difficult for HellRaisers if they want to take us to 3.
They get the bomb down, but still, they're going to be in a weak spot going forward here. The defuse comes in, they're averaging 3,200 per player. At the very top end, they've got Lau with $4,100. That's the most money on the team. At the very bottom is $2,500 for Nuki. They have to buy. You can't take an EK. You're not going to get 4 rounds in a row. You're going to have to bring everything you can. Mac 10s, Deagles. So they're going to take it down to like $1,000. So if they do win this, they've got enough in reserve going forward. But still, it's going to be maybe the B rush again. That's all I can really think of. That's been so successful for them. Why not give it another go?
Well, you've nailed it. Or at least that's what it looks like to start things off. They've done this time and time again, and often, or more often than not.
The 2 smokes have been deployed. They're going for this.
It's been rewarded. NBK and RPK, though. Oh, my goodness. It's a barrage of flashbangs. They're low. 2 of the back 10s, no less. It can be finished off by his teammate, the Deagle, too. It's perfect so far. RPK, NBK, no sweat. They deal with a B push with a breeze. Triple kill for NBK. 2 with the pistol.
You see that sigh of relief from Nathan there. He's just, oh, God, thank God for that, because he jumped out. He got boosted, right, so he could get up there quickly. And then he hits 2 players, gets no kills for it. Then he's isolated. He sees Mac 10s and CZ running his direction. He jumps, gets the Deagle out, somehow survives. RPK has had a very quiet showing on Mirage, but he is there to pick up these frags, and no one goes down. Whew. This should be saved. And remember we said they saved about $1,000 there, so they had enough for this round. Still not great. They get 5 AKs out, but look at the grenades. They have 1 smoke.
HellRaisers with their major life on the line on round 27, map 2 here.
Yeah, 1 round separates them exiting the tournament. We'll see if they can hold on. 1 smoke, no AWP, a decoy for Oscar. That's when you know things got bad. If you've got nothing left but the decoy, you say, I've got to buy it, see what I can do.
Why not? Fake flash, you never know.
Exactly. I think it's underrated. Let's see enough of that.
Here, look. Alex will keep hold of the underpass, enabling Zywoo to hold top mid. That's the first. 1 frag for Vitality. And trying to find the second, but Lau trades. Apex quick to find Nuki elsewhere, though, and now another one for him. Oscar swings out. This is looking great, but Lau, he won't be able to defend much longer. Zywoo switches up to the AK, looking to go pushing through the smoke, and this is there to receive him. 2 players, Oscar and Issa, some of the harder hitters for the Raisers of Hell. Make it just Oscar. He's saved them time and time again, and that bomb is across. This has done enough to at least enable Oscar to get that bomb down. Looking to clutch to keep HellRaisers in the major. 1 versus 2.
The decoy.
It's the decoy, the fake flash. Actually, 1 turned away.
It's worked.
He finds NBK's tagged him up towards jungle. It's an AWP as well. Can't finish the job. And just like that, Vitality have done it. They will live on 2 wins, 2 losses, and have 1 last shot to get to the legend stage. Quite the contrary for HellRaisers.
Yeah, well, you have to say, unfortunately, they do crash out of the tournament now, HellRaisers. I would say, oh, we saw some signs of life there. That's not going to be any sort of consolation prize for them, unfortunately, because now they are removed. They were 8-0 down. They gave up their map pick. They didn't really put much of a fight there. They had a great start there, but Vitality, overall the better team. What they were doing on that first map was just unspeakable at times. Zywoo, those 30+ kills, RPK 20 as well. Sure, RPK was almost non-existent on that CT side in the second half, but enough had been done. They managed to get back into it. They had to really work hard for it. They had to win with the Deagles and that saved AWP just to get them back into the game.
Sure.
And then it was just a matter of time, it felt like. Once they got fully established, as you mentioned, we hadn't seen many full gun rounds of the double AWP setup. Once that started to get like stabilized and they could actually have a few rounds with some residual cash, it looked much better.
It really did. I mean, I'm still not really convinced by Vitality. I know they have bested HellRaisers here, but that game, there's so many big, scary names waiting in that 2 wins, 2 losses column. Many of the hard hitters here at the new challenger stage have made a couple of mistakes. Vitality's one of them, but there's more waiting for them. Oscar, you've got to give him some credit.
Yeah, he did everything he could there. Still an absolute world-class talent. His AWP is just menacing in the right circumstances, and he displayed what he could do on both maps. And it's unfortunate a big name like him, normally used to seeing him in the top 16 of a major, not going to be going through this time. But remember, HellRaisers, it's a reasonably new project. We haven't seen the last of this team, that's for sure. I'm sure we'll be seeing them at a few big events towards the bookend of the year, but we do say goodbye to them. And here are your Mirage stats, your top leaders. It's going to be MBK at the very top. 24 kills apiece for both of them. I'm really glad this happened. It's like, I'm sick of this philosophy that Vitality can only be good once these two names step up.
Yeah.
But MBK, on his day when he has to and the other two aren't feeling it, they can definitely step up. Apex has some great moments as well. And remember, Alex is keeping it all together. He's finding the frags he has to. He's not their star player, but he's the brains behind the operation, and he does a great job. So there we have it. It is going to be 2-0, 16-8 on Inferno, and 16-11 on Mirage. It got a bit uncomfortable there. I don't think the 11 does justice to what HellRaisers did in terms of that comeback.
Yeah.
But overall, they're going to be disappointed regardless how close it was. And it is goodbye to them. Here is the leaderboard right now. You can see Complexity, HellRaisers, Furia, Tyloo, and INTZ have been removed. And we add no one else to the winners column going through the next stage, because that means that Vitality are now 2-2, Alex. They have one more game tomorrow.
Whew, so who's there? Simon Gaming, Fours, Greyhound.
Well, Dream Eaters are playing crazy right now,
and that's
right?
happening. Yeah, I saw Dream Eaters. Yeah, they win the first. You can see that game's actually happening right now on the main stream.
That's so nuts, because Crazy have looked so good this event, and Dream Eaters like going under the radar. They're a great squad as well. There's so many unearthed talents at these majors every single time, and it's so cool to see it translate going for down the year as well. It gives them an opportunity to show what they can do. And I suppose that's why they have the minors in these regions like the CIS area, because then we get to see what these teams are capable of when they get to this event. It's really cool to see sometimes. Greyhound taking out Complexity. That was a bit of a grudge match going on earlier.
Yeah.
That seemed like a really cool game. But Greyhound back into it now, and they need to win one more game tomorrow.
I mean, they could be against Vitality.
It could be.
And I will remind you that a great interview with Malta from Greyhound. He gave us some insight into how much work they'd been doing. 100 personal hours for every player from that team coming up to the major. 100 hours in a week.
In a week? Must have been over 2 weeks.
The Steam hours, I think.
That's
That's
what
what they were talking about.
That sounds insane.
Actually, I think that would be unhealthy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be proud of that.
No.
100 hours on their Steam hours. I'm saying that's over the course of 2 weeks, but still, that is quite the grind they've been putting in.
That is a grind, because you think about it, a normal job is 40 hours per week, right? So
Yeah.
they're putting in 50, so they're going
That's a
above and
full-on
beyond
job.
expectations. Yeah, so that's exactly what you should expect before a big major. They are hungry. They want to break out of the Australian region and show what they're capable of going forward.
Oh my God! We were just speaking of the devil.
Oh, we got
it's
it?
locked in. Yeah, Vitality will be
actually
meeting
looked
Greyhound.
pretty smart there. I'm not gonna lie.
Dear.
It's a weird flex, but I'm okay with it. You know, we got something right. We never get anything right.
But Vitality versus Greyhound for a spot in the Legend stage. That's locked in. That will be happening tomorrow.
That's going to be a great game.
That could
Greyhound seem to be getting better and better. They've been disappointed with their best of one performances. I know they've got a lot more to show than they have so far.
Yeah.
Vitality, sure, they are a better team objectively, but we know they're not playing their best CS right now. They are streaky. I think that is personified in those two maps there. They went from amazing to two players dropping off. It was crazy,
It's
right?
like hot and cold, but they can fall off mid-series. It does seem to be like it's not necessarily
Like-
a question of good day, bad day.
Yeah.
You don't know good map, bad map. You don't know which Vitality you're going to get every round. It's a real mystery, but I am grateful that we'll get to see more from this French roster as they try and build in to the major here in Berlin.
Well, I've had a great day. I hope you have as
Yeah,
well.
we should wrap this one up.
Done a nice cheeky 18 maps last 3 days. We get to do 2 series tomorrow. We've got 3 more games on the A and B stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you join me. I hope you guys join me. I'm going to say goodbye and go over to the A stream. That's still going. And hear the dulcet tones of James Bardoff and DDK right next door. We're going to be able to listen to that. We hope you do too. We'll see you tomorrow.